the 605 freeway. And you can see there going right through that red light. Such a dangerous situation. And they're going to try to bring this to a stop, a safe stop if possible. And the only way they're going to be able to do that, we've seen it even on surface streets, they try to deploy a spike strip. That's a lot more difficult, being that they got to know where this guy's going. And he's not staying in the same neighborhood, but he's running red lights at 60, 70 miles an hour. You can see his speeds against the other traffic there. And again, if you ever encounter something like this, like these motorists are down here, never, ever try to be a hero. You just don't know what you're dealing with the suspect. This guy could be armed. Definitely dangerous because he's driving at a very high rate of speed. On Slauson, look at that, right through the red light, narrowly missing that car coming up on the 605. Bob Lauren. He's getting on the 605, getting on the 605. Yeah, he's getting on the 605 southbound now. Southbound 605, right at the 105. This is through the Norwalk and Bellflower area. Yeah, that's what we're hearing. At least two people. That it appeared that somebody was in the back seat, and there may be a passenger in the front as well. At least two vehicle in the back. Ah, look at that. He's going to lose control. He's trying to get off the freeway here. Makes an exit, an abrupt exit off the 605 freeway, just south of the 105 freeway here. He's really traveling at a good clip here, obviously. So coming up on a very tight turn again here, getting off the freeway, off the 605. That's the only freeway he's been on, and it was for a very short time here. We'll get you this street. Look at this, weaving in and out of traffic. Now he's, look at that. This is such a dangerous situation. This is going to end in a crash if he continues like this. His luck's going to run out, and really dangerous for all these people on the road here. Now he's heading back westbound. Yep. They're going to try to pit him. They have to put this to an end because he's driving. So, yeah, he is. But if they get that moment, because you could see this patrol car really getting up closer to him now. Several behind him, busting through intersections, traveling anywhere between 60, 70 miles an hour plus at times. You can see that pickup truck narrowly missed, and it looks like he pulled over, and that's what you wanted. If you start seeing a lot of lights, you hear the sirens, and you encounter something like this, slow down, pull over to the right, as you would for any emergency vehicle. And this is an emergency in that they got to get this guy off the road. Oh, look at that, just busting through these red lights. Again, it's remarkable. We haven't seen a collision yet, but the way this is going, this guy is really out of control here. And you can see the patrol car coming up. Here comes a passenger bus pulling over into the center divider there, making way for the officers. High-speed pursuit at its best here in terms of how this guy is trying to get away from officers. They run because they can. They're not in custody yet, and it's remarkable that some of these guys do get away. LAPD says a little under 20% actually are able to evade officers. Sometimes agencies like the Los Angeles Police Department, because of safety issues, will pull back when you have a motorist driving this fast, endangering the public like this. We're going to have kids out on the roadway soon as well as schools start to get into session. Looks like he's slowing down a little bit here at this intersection, but he's going right through that red light again. And those officers have to do the same, Bob and Lauren. They got to keep up with this guy, so they're putting themselves in danger, the public in danger. Now, if he slows down enough, they might try to click the back end of his automobile and spin him out and bring this to an end, trying that pit maneuver. So now it's appearing that he's going back to an area where he already was. He could have stayed the course on the South 605. He didn't. He could have went northbound on the 605 as well. So If he has a plan, unclear at this time. Here comes another intersection here. Oh, just narrowly missing that car again. There's so many close calls. Here we go. This is an opportunity pot. Perhaps he slows down a little bit. Not much traffic here, so that could have been a chance to try to perform a pit maneuver here. Now heading back in an southerly direction here, back towards Long Beach. And again, that's where this pursuit started. We still have not been able to ascertain why the pursuit started. If it was just a failure to yield, what the situation was. All we know is that this guy is driving recklessly, high rates of speed, primarily on surface streets. Only was on the 605 for a very short time. There you go again. And now you can see some other officers. Now that he's coming back into an area he already was, they're going to start alerting more officers and positioning them at intersections, being that he's driving so erratically. And it's amazing so far, Bob and Lauren, that he has not collided with another vehicle the way he's been running through red lights at 60-plus miles an hour. No question about it. One other occupant, at least one other occupant in this vehicle, again, being pursued, started in Long Beach, made its way north up towards the Bellflower area. Oh, narrowly. This is so close. It's amazing that he has not crashed. He has not collided with another vehicle, endangering all these people. Coming up on the 91, and I'm seeing some officers positioned at this intersection here. Let's see what they try to do. You're going to see him coming into frame. Let's widen out just a tad here. There's that officer positioning himself, and he's going to get on the 91. So here we go. Westbound side of the 91 through Compton. He's slowing down a little bit on this on-ramp here. And we're in North Long Beach, actually, now, 91 freeway westbound. This is a stretch between the 605 and the 710 freeway. And there's a lot of volume up ahead, a lot more traffic here on this stretch of the 91 freeway. Staying in the right lane now, but you're going to see all that congestion coming up as we approach the 710 freeway, the interchange of the westbound 91 to the 710 in North Long Beach. So again, now he's kind of heading back to a neighborhood where this all began a little bit earlier this morning. Why he's being pursued, again, we're still unable to get that information. If it just started as a failure to yield, if it's a stolen vehicle, there could be a suspect in there wanted for any crime. And the bottom line is that he's running from police. They lit him up. He chose not to pull over, and he's been on the move, recklessly driving here on the westbound 91 here, approaching the 710 freeway, and you could see that patrol car just trailing him. This is such a dangerous situation, especially on the freeway. Again, these motorists on their way to work, on their way to school, appointments, and they have no idea what's coming up from behind him. Oh, look at this. Here's the volume I'm talking about. Traffic stopping off to the right shoulder there. This is just heavy volume, so that's why you're seeing the traffic slowing down, and this is such a dangerous situation. He's driving right up against that right shoulder wall. We're going to get in position to get a better angle on this as he's right up against that wall here. Look at that. Yeah. No question about it. And we'll see if he chooses to transition to the 710. That's the interchange coming up. Nope. Looks like he's going to stay on the westbound side of the 91, coming out of North Long Beach into Compton here. We'll be crossing over the Los Angeles River here. Actually, no, it looks like he is going to make a transition here. He's going to transition to either the north or southbound side of the 710. And it looks like he's going to go northbound on the 710 freeway from Compton, from Long Beach, up towards the 105. And he has just been weaving in and out of traffic, so close to colliding with other vehicles. Unfortunately, we haven't seen that as of yet, but he's endangered the public big time here. They want to put this to an end and end quickly before anybody gets hurt. Again, northbound side of the 710, high-speed pursuit. You're watching it here on Fox 11, coming up from the 91 freeway towards the 105. And once he gets to that interchange, you'll have another option to transition. The traffic on this 710 will really start to load up once we reach that point, that interchange of the 710 and the 105. A little lighter volume here, but that's going to change rapidly in another half to 3/4 of a mile. Picking up speed, staying in the far right lane for the most part, right lanes, being pursued here by a number of vehicles. And as we widen out just a little bit, you're going to be able to see an LA County Sheriff's helicopter right over the LA River, tracking his move as well. We'll tilt the camera back down, and you'll see that. There you go, that helicopter in frame there. Really low, just a couple of 100 feet. Yep, he's going to transition over to, you saw that traffic up ahead that I talked about on the North 710. Now he's going to make a transition onto the eastbound side of the 105 freeway. So heading eastbound on the 105 from the 710, taking him into Paramount, back towards Downey, and back towards the 605. Look at that shot. There you go. That's what we're talking about. We're tracking this guy from the air as well. So they are not going to let this guy get away. He's gonna get caught. This will end, but we're hoping it's going to end safely, at least without any innocent people being injured. Again, we're hearing at least one other occupant in the vehicle. He's weaving over into the left lane, into the carpool lane there. And again, as I mentioned with all these pursuits, they're keeping track of all the vehicle infractions. Obviously, evading police, reckless driving, running through multiple red lights. Really dangerous situation. There's the Metro Green line there. Yeah, each agency has different options in which they can use, and we see some agencies a lot more aggressive, despite the fact that they are traveling at such high rates of speed. They're gonna track this guy and put it to an end. Other agencies back up, but with all that's happened, they're going to stay on this, it appears, because we've seen him pretty much get as reckless as you possibly can in terms of these pursuits. Westbound 105, we're hearing now possibly a stolen vehicle. So this car was looked into, the license was ran, and it came back stolen. They tried to pull the individual over. He didn't yield, and the pursuit was on. And the traffic's going to be backing up here as well. Again, this is the eastbound side of the 105 freeway, coming through Downey, coming back towards the 605. Look at him pulling off to the right there, evading all the oncoming congestion, and just flying. He's going 80-plus miles an hour, 85 miles an hour at times now on this stretch of the 105 freeway. The eastbound side is typically the lighter volume side, but it's getting busier coming up towards the 605 here. I can't tell. I mean, it looks like maybe a Honda possibly, or a, yeah, it's difficult. We'll try to get a run on that as well. Yeah. Maybe a Toyota. And exiting the freeway now. Exiting the freeway again. Four-door sedan, maybe a Toyota Camry or a Honda Civic. This is where the 105 just dumps off onto a Studebaker Road, and he's making a right turn on Studebaker, slowing down quite a bit. This is an opportunity where if there's no other traffic up ahead, maybe they can try for the pit. Now you would possibly damage some of those parked cars, but that's better than injuring or even killing somebody, because this guy has been traveling at such a high rate of speed that definitely could be a possibility. Just buzzing through lights again. Southbound on Studebaker Road, in Norwalk, coming away from the 105, paralleling the 605, will be coming up now on Rosecrans Avenue on the southbound side of Studebaker. This high-speed pursuit, possibly a stolen vehicle, that older model four-door sedan. At least one other occupant we're hearing inside that vehicle with the suspect driver here. And he's making his way southbound on Studebaker. And the volume on this stretch of roadway is pretty light. He had the light there, thankfully. He had the green light there because he's not slowing down at all. Now in a residential area, we're approaching 6:30. More and more people on the road. There's a great shot there watching that LA County Sheriff's helicopter based at Long Beach Airport there, tracking from above. I counted 5 units, 5 patrol cars tracking this dangerous suspect southbound on Studebaker Road through Norwalk, coming up past Rosecrans now. And it will be approaching the 91 freeway as well in just a short time. Then it would take him into Cerritos and back to the south. That's where, again, this pursuit started. So he's starting to do some of those loops around this general vicinity. And again, that happens a lot. We see it in that they like to travel. These suspects do. They've trended that way in areas that they are familiar with, they're comfortable with. Once they get out of their comfort zone and they're off the freeway, making a right turn. So he's heading westbound now towards us. And let's see what he's doing. He's slowing down a little bit at times. And again, the roadway is open here at this time. Yeah, that's exactly right. And we do have confirmation. Definitely a stolen car. Another close call there. Yeah, possibly a... Oh, so close. Oh. Unbelievable. And look, bicyclists, there's some students there walking to, their zero period classes, more pedestrian traffic. And here comes another intersection here. He's on Alondra Boulevard, just flying, as he has been for much of this pursuit. Westbound on Alondra Boulevard, right through the community of Bellflower now. He's just not slowing down. Here comes another one. Oh, man. Just so close. So dangerous. They have to get this guy off the road. They have to try to get a pit maneuver at the moment they do. And it's becoming more and more challenging with more cars, more pedestrians out there. Kids on their way to school for their early classes. I'm seeing bicyclists. And this guy continues on 75, 80 miles an hour plus at times, just ripping down Alondra Boulevard here through Bellflower as the commute is on here on this Tuesday morning. And this pursuit is on, and we got you covered from up here in Skyfox, an LA County Sheriff's helicopter watching overhead in addition to at least 5 patrol cars, Long Beach Police, other agencies involved and well. All right, he's got a little trouble here, and he's going to have to pop into this Mexican restaurant parking lot to evade that backup. Making a right turn. Now that he's slowed down a little bit, let's see what they do here. He's heading northbound, still in Bellflower here. I'll try to get you a street here in just a moment. Turning northbound because of that congestion at that intersection on Alondra Boulevard. Making his way north now up this major street. Looks like it could be Lakewood Boulevard. So close. on surface streets, through intersections with red lights. And he is northbound on Lakewood Boulevard now, still in Bellflower, coming up towards the 105 freeway again, where he will have an option to enter that stretch of freeway again, which he's already been on. He took that eastbound 105 to the 605 and then dumped off onto Studebaker. Picking up speed again, northbound side of Lakewood Boulevard here, coming out of Bellflower, taking him into Downey. And he's got some more congestion up ahead here. Through a red light, another one, bam, just like that. And so fortunate that nobody's been struck yet. Definitely confirmed, yep. Making a left turn here. Let's see what happens. A lot of congestion here. Coming northbound on Lakewood Boulevard. He made a left there on Imperial Highway. So now he's in Downey. He's officially in the community of Downey, making his way westbound on Imperial Highway, coming off of Lakewood Boulevard. You can see how there are some people that are just pulling over. They see, they hear what's coming up, and that's what you got to do if you ever encounter a situation like this, because we've seen so many of these pursuits, and a number of them, unfortunately, have ended dramatically with wrecks, with people getting injured, and unfortunately even sometimes killed. And this guy is on that course where he could really cause a horrific accident here. So. And he's making he made a left turn off of Imperial Highway, still in Downey. This left turn is taking him southbound. It looks like possibly either Paramount Boulevard or Orange. We'll see here. I'll get you a confirmation of that in just a moment. Again, a stolen vehicle, another occupant in addition to the suspect we're hearing inside this older four-door sedan, possibly an older model Honda or Toyota. Another red light intersection. Fortunately, people were slowing down on both sides, so there wasn't a close call there. But we've seen so many of them. And he continues to pick up speed. And I'm going to see if that patrol car is pulled back a little bit. He's still trailing him pretty good. 5 of them, and an LA County helicopter as well. Southbound, he's going to be crossing over the 105 freeway here. Had an option there to get on the freeway, chose to stay on a southbound route. And he's heading back towards, he's kind of been trending that direction, always heading back towards the south, towards Long Beach, where this started. And we are now back into North Long Beach, heading southbound here on Orange towards Long Beach Airport. And it was Long Beach Police that first picked this up, picking up speed again, 70 miles an hour at times, heading southbound here. Here we go, another intersection, a real busy one. Let's see what he decides to do here against the red light. Yep, and he made it through. And again, these officers have to do the same thing. No, we've seen so many close calls as well, Lauren and Bob. And if this lead patrol car, the one in front, has the opportunity to pit this guy, he's making a left turn on a side street now. They're going to do it. Slowing down. Residential area. Got the speed bumps. And if he knows this area, he may know it. You know, that's a possibility. You could. All right, heading back northbound now, and let's see what happens. Slowing down quite a bit here. across the tracks, no train there. It's like that pickup truck pulled him over. Now you can see some officers positioning, being that he's sort of meandering in the same neighborhood, a neighborhood that he could be familiar with, that he's more comfortable driving in, and that he thinks he can evade police. And that's why they run. They're not in custody. He thinks he can get away. Some have gotten away. These Long Beach police officers, though, are in hot pursuit, though, of this stolen vehicle suspect. Now back northbound. And this area, all these areas, these neighborhoods, more and more foot traffic, vehicular traffic as well, against oncoming traffic, traveling northbound in southbound lanes there, coming up back towards the 105 freeway in Paramount. Again, wow, look at that. He is against traffic right there. He was traveling northbound on Paramount, made a right turn there. I think this is going to be Rosecrans, just south of the 105 freeway here, still in Paramount. Oh, yeah, we have like 40-plus minutes, it looks like, right now. In a cul-de-sac here. This street's coming to an end. This is Foster Road. He's going to be in it. This is a dead end. He's run into a dead end. He's running into a dead end. A dangerous situation now. He's backing up here. This road, I saw it, Foster Road, comes to an end, and he's got nowhere to go right now. He's got a gate there. He's backing up. This is such a dangerous situation. Officers with guns drawn. And let's see what he does. If he tries to make his way through here. If he rams that vehicle, they're going to open fire. They will open fire. If he uses that vehicle. Oh, shots fired. Shots fired. Glass, you can see the glass. Shots were fired. This is a situation. Now, you have to understand that deadly force is using a vehicle. He was driving right towards those officers, up on the sidewalk there, and gunfire has been exchanged. Again, at least two people inside this stolen vehicle, and we have shots fired here. And guns are still drawn here. This is Foster Road, where Foster Road dead ends right in the community, right on the border of Bellflower and Downey Road. And he came in into that. I saw that upcoming here with the river here, with the wash. And he chose to. He obviously did not know that was a dead end, so he's not familiar with this neighborhood at all. And this self-storage facility here, really a dramatic end. Shots fired here, guns still drawn, still a very dangerous situation. We don't know if that suspect, if he's hit, if he's still conscious, if this is still, You know, a live situation. Until we see code 4, it's not. And again, we heard that there was at least one other occupant inside the